If you want to be a great driver of the golf ball, check this swing out. Do you see what he's doing there? I need you to watch today's video so I could show you exactly what he does and how you can do it too, so you can drive the golf ball amazing this year. If you want to drive the golf ball great this year, it's really important that we control the lead side of our body, that we get set up correctly, that we initiate the swing correctly, and that we get through the ball correctly. Now I'm going to show you a couple models here, some of my favorite drivers of the golf ball, and you're going to note with their setups, with their backswings, and with their through the ball motion, they've got very similar ways that they use the lead side of your body. In fact, you're going to find with basically any great driver of the golf ball, there's a lot of similarities of how they do this that I want you to do as well. The first part to start with, let's pull up that triple split screen and look at all three of them. I want you to notice that all three of them have the lead side of their body higher than the trail side of their body. All three of them. Do you see that? Their left knee is higher than their right knee. Their left hip is higher than their right hip. Left elbow higher than the right elbow. Left shoulder higher than the right shoulder. And the reason that's so important at the setup is that gives us one of the two things we need to create more distance, right? If we want to hit the ball farther, a big thing for us is learning how to have an upward angle of attack to hit level or slightly up. If we want to hit the ball farther, that's one non-negotiable. The other part is creating speed. And in today's video, as we go through these, all of these pieces are designed to do those two things for you. Create an upward angle attack and more speed. How do we start? We create tilted setup. So I want to make sure when you set up that you look like the models on the screen. I want your lead hip to be slightly forward and above your trail hip, and I want your lead shoulder to be above your trail shoulder. Now, could you set up poorly with your shoulders level and open and do something to make that work? You could, but it's way less likely. We want to set up for success, have our lead hip and our lead shoulder slightly higher at the setup position. It doesn't guarantee good shots, but it increases the odds. Now, immediately after that, if you were to draw a line up from the shoulder, and you'll notice all three of these models, during the backswing, we need to get the lead shoulder to initiate the movement. Notice relative to that line that all the models, their left shoulder does not stay on the wall. What happens? It moves off the wall. Key number one is being able to get the lead shoulder to initiate the backswing. And I want you to think about getting your lead shoulder underneath or behind your chin. Underneath or behind your chin. In fact, you'll see with these great drivers of the golf ball, if we kind of put up a line through the middle of my body and the middle of their body, they're able to get their lead shoulder at or past that line by about the time the left arm's parallel to the ground. If I do it the poor way, like a lot of drivers of the ball that I see with a sort of all arms backswing, notice my left shoulder stays on the wall and there's no width. What happens? My arms have to fold up, right? But if I move my left shoulder back, what am I able to do? I'm able to create a lot of width. In fact, in the beginning, to exaggerate this, right? Remember, we want upward level or upward angle of attack and speed to hit our driver far. We tilt that setup to create that, lead side higher. And then number two, we create width. Now, when I do this, I want you to feel like your left shoulder gets back underneath your chin. And I want you to feel like, notice how far away the club head is from me. I'm feeling like the shoulder goes back, but I'm also, right, my lead arm is extended. I'm also having my thumb feel like it's pointed back behind me and the club head's as far away as possible. Now you'll notice with the three models, when they get back to about this position, the amount of hinge they have, it'll really be about here. It's not level to the ground. It's not 90. It's about halfway in between. But in an effort to get out of this that I don't want you to have, left shoulder stays forward, all arms. Where's this going from here? Nowhere, right? I need to create some width. I want you to feel like you're almost more like the Bryson. We'll put Bryson on the screen. Look how exaggerated that is. He's really wide there. Left shoulder back behind the chin, thumbs away, lots of width. Now, what can I do with lots of width? Well, number one, with lots of width, I can create speed. One of those two things we need. But also with lots of width, I can create a really nice shallow angle of attack. What about if I do the bad version? My left shoulder stays there. What does this look like? No speed from here, right? I can't create a lot of speed from here. Also, angle of attack wise, what's gonna happen? I'm gonna hit too down, too narrow, no distance. So we set up correctly, lead side higher, and then we need this left shoulder to go back and initiate the swing. Thumbs away, lots of width, okay? What I'm feeling here, like my good friend JT Thomas talks about, is that I'm actually kind of punching back away from me, right? I'm actually punching away. If I were to hold it level to the ground, and we can see it from this side, if I hold this out, I'm actually trying to get this club to get farther away from me. My shoulder's protracting forward, but without my head going forward. Feel that? So from here, kind of split screen them, I'm trying to punch that away. Now my head, you'll notice all these players as they're doing this, their head will work a little bit up and away from the target, maybe an inch or two. They're not a foot, not towards the target, a little bit of up and away, a little bit, right? Not crazy. As I'm punching that away, shoulder back, thumb out, lots of width, a little pressure into my trail foot, head can move a little bit away. Trying to get this as far away as possible. I can almost push my left shoulder forward, pull my shoulder back. That gets me width. Now, once I set those up, set up, width, right? In fact, let's hit with just that first. Then we'll do the downswing. Set up, I want my belt buckle and hips to be slightly forward of my shirt buttons. So there's a little tilt there, right? My hips aren't back with my shoulder up. My hips are a little forward, left hip high, left shoulder high. I'm gonna feel like I create some width there, a little press into my trail foot, get this shoulder back, punch it away, get the club head as far away from you as possible. You'll see this with the models. This is piece 1 and 2. Set up with some tilt, get some width. Yeah, and that felt really, really nice. Little bit of a draw there, slight toe ball, but drew it down the left center of the fairway. I would take that all day long. All right, guys, our spring 2-day golf schools are now live. If you're interested in coming to a 2-day golf school down here in beautiful Boca Raton, Florida at the Osprey Point Golf Course, we've got 2-day schools available February, March, April, and May. We had a great time with our schools up in PA. We're gonna have a great time this spring. The goal here is to have a 2-day immersive event to really give you everything you need to make a dramatic improvement in your golf game for this upcoming season. We've got 5 coaches with 8 students, super high coach to student ratio. Awesome 2 days together. We're gonna work on your full swing, your short game. We're gonna have lunch together, go out on the course together. It's gonna be awesome. You're gonna absolutely love it. Would love to see you here. We'll put the link down below. Check out the dates, shoot us a message if you have any questions. Would love to work with you on your game. Now, once we set those up, good setup, good width on the way back, what about on the way down? We'll notice again some similarities, all 3 of those. If we draw that line up for my shoulder again, and we show those golfers, right? They got the tilt. Number 2, they got the width. What do they do from there? Well, they don't go way forward and break through the wall and ruin everything they created. Instead, what they do is they take their lead shoulder, right? This is all lead side. They get about back to that initial wall. We show some of them doing this. The wall at setup, they get away from it. They get back to it, but they don't break forward of it. They don't break forward. They get back to it, and their lead shoulder then goes where? Up and back. Up and back. Now, what does up and back do? Up and back allows, remember our 2 things we want. Up and back allows shallow angle of attack of the club, right, for an upward angle of attack for more distance. And also up and back allows me to extend my arms and club away to create speed. A lot of players that struggle with driver eye see their shoulder breaks the wall. They go too forward. Then the club head's gonna do what? See how it's gonna hit down and left. Downward angle of attack, no good. And then I've got nowhere to go. I've gotta fold my arms up, right? No speed. When my shoulder goes up and back, what happens to my head? That enables my head to stay back, which enables me to throw this away from me and create speed. 2 big ways to hit our driver farther. More speed, more upward angle of attack. How do we do that? Lead side higher, width, get the lead shoulder to rise, up and back, like I'm throwing someone off my back. Brian Manziel used to say, I like that one, throwing someone off my back. Now, how much you're gonna feel this on the way down depends a little bit on what your current ball flight issues are. Most of us, if you're too steep down and to the left, you hit pulls, fades, poor contact, no distance, you're gonna likely need to feel, right? So we're all doing the same thing at the setup. We're all doing the width. But as you start down, you're gonna likely need to feel like your shoulder goes up and stays a little bit closed. Up and closed. Notice when I say up and closed, where's the club come from? More from inside. So if you're on that pattern, pulls and fades, you're gonna feel up and closed. Set up, left shoulder, left hip higher. We're gonna create some width, like we're punching that back away. Our left shoulder's gonna go up and stay closed. Lead side higher, punch it away, left shoulder up and closed. And that, I mean, gosh darn it, that's as good as I can hit a golf ball, Mary. That's a high bomb draw. Kind of a big draw because I'm already a little under plane and I'm feeling that. That's probably a 20-yard draw, but that's about as good as I can hit it. For those of you who have pulls and fades, you need to feel that. Now, if you're like me, good looking, charismatic and all that stuff, but if you're like me, pushes and hooks too much, we got to feel the opposite of that. We're still doing the setup tilt. We're still doing the width, but as it goes up, instead of it staying closed, you're going to feel like it goes around more. Notice when it goes around more, what's that make the club do? It makes it kick more out. That'd be good for those of you who hit pushes and hooks, okay? Tilt it, setup, left hip and shoulder higher, width, shoulder behind my chin, thumb and club it as far away as possible. A little pressure to my right foot, a little head motion away, but now to not push and hook it, I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna go to the left. This will take some of the push and hook off. Tilted setup, shoulder back and width, left shoulder up and back. I mean, my goodness. Very good. So that ball flight, you'll see the difference from the last one. The first one was more push and hooky, right? The last one was more straight. And if you're struggling with your driver, just like the players on the screen, right? Justin Thomas, Rory, Tiger, all great drivers of the golf ball. They leave clues. That's what we need to do with our golf swing, with the lead side to hit the driver well. Now, I'd love to work with you on your game in 2026. If you want some help beyond these videos, there's 3 easy ways to work with us. Swing Coach app, that's an AI app that we're helping develop. That's like having me stand right behind you. It's freaking awesome on every single swing. Super easy, free trial below. CogornoGolf.com, as always, for online lessons. Or 2-day golf schools down here in Florida through May. And then we're up in Pennsylvania during the summer. We'll put that down below. We'd love to have you. We'd love to work with you. Thank you guys for watching. Any questions? I replied to all the comments down below. Leave me a comment, like this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to watch more like this, check out this video next.